NES chest.
Hey everyone, NES Chest here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about my GameCube collection. So I made this kind of cool shelf in my basement, and basically there was like kind of an inlet, so I decided to put all my GameCube games there, and I have about 400 in total. So it goes all the way down there. It's in alphabetical order in general, and then I put my player's choice at the back. And I got a bunch of other games, but I put some of my NES stuff, some Wii, N64, Super Nintendo, that sort of thing there. But if I have a complete set of GameCube games, it'll actually go all the way down there. So almost 600. There's about 563 GameCube games on the system, and different variants and the like. So right now I'm at about 400. So I'm getting there. Anyway, I'm going to try and make this video kind of quick, so that, it's kind of enjoyable, but I might make one that's a little bit longer if people are interested in that, and I can go a little bit more in detail and talk about a lot of the cool little stories about the games that I own. But in general here, I'm just going to give you a quick overview. So, to start off, I got some James Bond games. I thought they were pretty cool. There's like 5 James Bond games on the system, at least. This is 1080 Avalanche, and why I'm showing you this one, I love 1080 Avalanche on the N64, but this one's cool because it has a bonus disc. So it's actually not a GameCube disc, it's a DVD, and it has 30 minutes of snowboarding footage, and it comes in this one with the red label variant there. So that's kind of a cool little title. Some great games like Alien Hominid. I love 2D shooters. Side-scrollers. We got Aquaman, which is kind of a rarer title, but not very good. I'm missing one of the exclusives. There's an Army Men Elite Missions, and that's one of the an exclusive on the GameCube. So there's like 100 exclusives or around there. So like there's difference because there's some that are exclusive on the GameCube and then some that have the only 4. So if you're going for a collect of exclusives, it's kind of an interesting thing to do because some of them were exclusives at one time. Now they're available on another system. Some of them were actually exclusives in North America, but then they didn't have the only 4 symbol. So it's like very complicated, but kind of cool. Anyway, got the Baten Kaitos RPGs. I played a lot of the first one. I got this really neat Batman big box, though. I have about 7 big box games on the Cube, and this one's really neat. It's actually has a poster inside, so it's rolled up in this little kind of toilet paper roll cylinder, and then there's a poster rolled in there. On the other versions, the Xbox and the PlayStation, I believe it's a figurine instead of a poster. They call the poster a lithograph. Anyway, here's an example. So, Big Air Freestyle. This is a GameCube exclusive, but it doesn't actually have the only 4 symbol on there. And this one's cool because it has this 2-player Godzilla demo, which Godzilla is an exclusive. So there's a bunch of Batman games. I really like Beach Spikers. This is a cool title. Super Spike Volleyball on the NES is one of my favorites. A game that's kind of picking up in value, that's Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg by Sega. It's fun, but it gives me a little bit of a headache. Bionicle's not very good. There's 2 Bomberman exclusives on the system. Bloody Roar Primal Fury is also a really nice fighting title. You've got Blowout, which I wanted to like, but it's kind of like a maze game with guns like Contra, but it's definitely not as good as Contra, but it's a low print run game. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is kind of popular because people like Buffy. You got Burnout 1 and 2. 2 is definitely better. This game, I really love the box art. Bust a Move 3000, and that one's a little harder to find. You got a bunch of Cabela's hunting games and Call of Duty. Let's go to the next shelf. So this shelf will be kind of interesting. Capcom versus SNK, easy operation. Nice 2D sprite fighter on the system. Casper, that's kind of a rare title, but not very good. You got Chaos Field, which is one of my favorite shooters on the GameCube. Cell Damage. My brother actually worked for Pseudo Interactive, who made this game, but he worked for them after that. And their business model was to make games that come out near launch on all the systems, so there's not much competition. And so that's why Cell Damage did all right. We have Chibi Robo. It's annoying it has this, but at the same time I like that these kind of this was a video rental company, and I think the disc even has a sticker. I like the history of the old video rental places, you know. I think this is neat. City Racer. This one's a lot harder to find than people think. Made by Ubisoft Canada. I'm missing a Crash, one of the Crash racing games. Cubix was a Blockbuster exclusive. Came with a little DVD, which is neat, like a music video. Custom Robo, which is fantastic. The only complaint I have about it was that it finished too soon. I'm gonna go here, sorry. I got Cubivore. So the reason this one's in the big thing here is because it's actually still sealed. So I was lucky enough to get this one. It was 80 bucks off of Amazon, and that's a pretty collectible game. That's kind of the game that got me into GameCube collecting. I got Darkened Sky. I love this one, the Outlaw Golf Darkened Sky Combo Pack, which came out a few years after Darkened Sky was released. A game that I really want to try. I have it, but the disc isn't working. Dark Summit. Def Jam Vendetta. Ugh, it's like super gory. Like, it just, I don't know, it's so realistic that you're like, man, the guys are punching each other, or like, that looks like it hurts, so they're gonna break their neck and stuff. But I used to love wrestling. WCW was, I was more into that. Digimon World 4, which is pretty cool. Digimon Rumble Arena 2 is one of the, I'd say 10th or 11th most valuable titles on the system. It's a Smash Bros. Clone. A game that came up a lot in value these days. There's 4 Disney sports games. I'm missing skateboarding, but this one here, Disney Sports Basketball, people are paying through the roof for that title. Got the Donkey Kong games. Dr. Muto is a harder title to find. Dragon's Lair 3D is a game that I enjoy. Eternal Darkness was a game I ran like 10 kilometers to get, so that's a cool game. I got it on the day it was released. Let's go to the next shelf here. F-Zero GX is really cool. I really played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, although I want to. Here we go. I got Fire Emblem, which is a popular title. Put it back. Two Discer, which is Freaky Flyers, which is a racing game, but because it has some CGI video, it has 2 discs, which is kind of unique. This is the craziest box art, I'll tell you. Ugh, man, that's crazy. Missing one of the Frogger games. Missing a bunch of FIFA titles. Gauntlet, which is a really cool, fun multiplayer game. Go-Go Hypergrind, which has the voice acting of people from Ren and Snippy. So this one's there's only 2 games made by Atlas, Cubivore, and this. So that's a kind of a game that's going to be valuable. Godzilla, pretty cool. Goblin Commander is somewhat valuable. Gotcha Force, which is a game people are really looking for, a Capcom title. All the Harry Potters. The rarest Harry Potter is actually the first one that was released, and it's the Sorcerer's Stone. All the others are pretty common. I got the 3 Harvest Moon games. My favorite's A Wonderful Life in that one. Hello Kitty. I got The Hobbit. This is an exclusive baseball game, Home Run King. Oh yeah. Hunter the Gathering. I got iNinja, which has the voice of Fry from Futurama. Ikaruga, which is a classic game. Judge Dredd is interesting, and let's keep going. Alright, next shelf. So Killer 7, Kirby Air Ride. It's funny, Kirby Air Ride's like a million seller, but I really don't see it often in the wild. I have a pretty interesting Zelda collection here. So I'll just go to the big one here. This is the Metroid Prime Zelda Wind Waker combo that was sold with a GameCube at Best Buy in the year of 2005. This one I like because it's Wind Waker, but it's a for display only case. So I like this really cool side. The back is just that again, but this is, you know, I don't know, it just brings you back to the history of it. I think it would have been, I put a disc in there, but it would have been empty when you would bought it. It would just be in the display. But I really don't see anybody who has that, so I thought that was cool. There's the Wind Waker game, but this one was packed with the GameCube, and it has the Ocarina of Time and the Master Quest. Got the Zelda 4 Swords pack that came with a Game Boy Advance link cable, and Twilight Princess, and the Collector's Edition, which has, not for resale, the 4 Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and the 2 NES Zeldas. Lost Kingdoms 1 and 2 are pretty neat. Mario Parties, Mario Kart, the big box Mario Party games, which are really neat. Metabots is a game people don't know too much about. And I got the Mega Man X, so I'm a big Mega Man fan, and I love playing those games. X is really good. Anniversary Collection is really hard to play on this system. I've got Metal Gear Solid, Metroid Prime. One of them has the Echoes bonus disc there. So, loved Metroid Prime. Keep going. I'm getting around 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and not go too slow. These are neat because... Well, this one. I'll go here first. This game I like because there was special custom box arts that were printed at games... like Blockbuster Rentals or Hollywood Video, and because they got away with the original box art, and these were neat. They just that's why I have it. I like to collect the history of it all. This is the one considered rarest game on the system, NCAA 2K3 College Basketball. It's actually a pretty good game. It was well received at the time, but they just didn't print too many. They kind of put it off the shelves. Odama, which is really interesting. I have a couple of games that are sealed still, and this one has a Canadian seal. It has a French and English translated box art piece of paper, and then there's a French manual behind here, and then there's actually the game sealed again. So it's like double sealed, which is kind of interesting. I have, what else? Pac-Man World 3 and 2 are really good. Paper Mario, the elusive Fantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2 plus. So those are harder titles to find, a little more valuable. One of the top 10 most valuable. Then I have the Pokemon box. There you go. That is a one you could only buy in New York or order offline. There's the Pokemon RPGs. There's a Coliseum bonus disc, which gave you some extra Pokemon, which is pretty cool. You got it with a pre-order. And at the time, the pre-order of Coliseum was the biggest pre-order of a video game on Amazon. It was kind of neat. Pikmin's, my favorite's Pikmin 1. I love Prince of Persia. That was a really cool game. And the GameCube's really nice because it has a lot of, Resident Evil games. We've got Resident Evil 0, which was the first one to be released here, the remake, 2, 3, 4, Code Veronica X. This is the Pure Evil pack, which has 0 and 1 in it. So that was kind of cool. There's actually 2 box art variants for this one. And one of them, the other version, came with this preview disc. So this is just like the first stage, that little village you get to, and it was a playable demo. So that's kind of a neat piece to have. Piano 3 is the only of the Capcom 5 that's still an exclusive on the system. I go down to the floor here. What do I got? Okay, this one's kind of neat. It's Evolution Racing. The only reason I'm saying it, I don't have the bonus disc, but one came with a Pac-Man Versus disc in there. It was like a double disc. This game is very hard to find. Rally Championship. I think it is one of the rarest on the system. But, shh, don't tell anybody. I got Ribbit King, which is cool because that's a bonus. It has a bonus disc in there. Rocky I really liked. There's a bunch of Shrek games, Scooby-Doo titles that I'm missing. I don't have any SpongeBob games, but there's a lot of really good platformers on the system, so you can get that experience somewhere else as well. Skies of Arcadia, which was an updated version of the Dreamcast, but they call it exclusive because there's enough modifications there. And there's racing games that are really kind of hard to find on the system, and Slot Car Thunder, which is actually kind of fun, is one. But I mean, it's not a super high quality game, but it's enjoyable. They got some nice Sonic games. My favorite was Sonic Adventure DX, but people really like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Sonic Riders is alright. And there's a Sonic Collection and Sonic Gems. Collection's better than Gems, but Gems has the more unique titles on there. Soul Calibur, which is a game I play a lot with my roommates. It was really fun. My guy's Mitsurugi. Speed Kings, another game that's kind of harder to find. There's a lot of low print run like racing titles. Sphinx, which is a really cool underexperienced puzzle action game. This is the tin. There's a tin inside there, and it's the Splinter Cell. It's just Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, I believe, yeah, but in a special collector's tin. There's a ton of great Splinter Cell games on the system. We also have two Star Fox titles. Star Fox, what is this one? Assault, which is okay. I like Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. That's my favorite. But this game, people really love it for the multiplayer. And Star Fox Adventures, and I actually wanted Dinosaur Planet, so I like this game. So I have no complaints about that. I think that was all about expectation. People thought it was going to be more than it was, better than it was. There's a ton of Star Wars titles, so they were really lucky to have that. We've got Bounty Hunter, which is a game I really enjoy. Got the Rogue Leaders, the Rebel Strike, and so this one has a special preview disc, not for resale. There's no manual in there. I had this one sealed, so I can. Some people are asking the question: is there like a manual in that? I do not believe. Because I opened it up new. But the seal is not a factory, it's not a Y-fold seal, it's like a really poorly done seal, and sometimes that happens because not all games here were Y-fold seals, if you're into collecting, on new games that have been not open. Two titles I really enjoy, we got Road Rage, which is like Crazy Taxi Clone, which was almost a launch title, or maybe it was, and Hit and Run, which is an under-experienced GTA-style game. Like, if you're going to get a GameCube, that's a fun title. Scalar, which I enjoyed a lot. Spirits and Spells, which is an exclusive that's kind of unique. It's not very good. It's also known as Castleween in Europe. We have Smash Bros, which is one of the first games I got. I got Pikmin and Smash Bros as my first games on the system. Another title that I owned originally, so you can see the price. I paid $30 back in the day. Wow. So, but that's a fun title. Sega Soccer Slam. It's really good. Super Mario Strikers is better, I think, but that one's really good. Oh, there's Super Mario Strikers. I like this one because it has the disc that's a soccer ball, and this is really fun. It's also frustrating. A very, very frustrating title. This one's neat because this one was packed in. So this is the not for resale Super Mario Sunshine. So it was packed in with a GameCube. Sunshine's good, but I'm a Mario 64 fan. Got Teen Titans, which I haven't really experienced enough of. And we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. And one of them, Turtles 3 Mutant Nightmare, has the arcade version of Turtles in Time. So that game's worth it just for that. And one of the games I didn't talk about, but Fight Night, has Super Punch-Out on it as a bonus. I have the 3 Lord of the Rings, just one's a player's choice. These are really good games. Lord of the Rings Return of the King I think is the best, and this is the Third Age, which is more of an RPG title. I'm missing some of the TAC games. I only have one, there's 3. Tiger Woods, I'm missing one of those too. TMNT, which is funny, is another version. I think Konami did most of these guys. Yeah, Konami did all those Turtles, but Ubisoft did this Turtles, which was later. This is one of the last games to be released. The actual last game to be released on the system in America was Madden 08, and in Japan was Twilight Princess. Another title you don't see that often is Tom and Jerry Wore the Whiskers. Really fun racing game is Tube Slider. It's an exclusive, Japanese port. Top Angler is one people talk about a little bit because it's kind of hard to find, but it's possible. I've seen a couple copies. I got 2 Time Splitters 2s just because there's, I picked them up. They have different box arts. You can see this one's more purpley, and they changed what they say. A little caption there. Time Splitters 3 is one people are looking for, not an exclusive. Got Tony Hawk's. There's a lot of great Tony Hawk's on the system. 3 is probably the best because it was the first one to come out on the system. You got tie games, which are neat. Ultimate Muscle, which is an exclusive, so that one's a little more valuable exclusive title. Beautiful Joe 1, which is my favorite. It didn't go, baby. That's a good game. Virtua Quest, which didn't fare so well. Virtua Striker, which is interesting. These are low print run, less than 10,000 copy games, those 2 Virtua titles. So those will be people looking for those. You got the Wario World, which I really enjoyed, made by Treasure, the same guys that did Ikaruga. So I really liked that game. It's kind of like a 2D, 3D game. It's really tight, well designed. You've got WarioWare, Mega Party Mix, which is I believe is the same game on the GBA, but this is a game that's just meant to be played with friends. Wave Race, which is I can hear the music. I love Wave Race 64, and Blue Storm was another one of the first games I bought, and I really enjoyed that game. Got some wrestling games. I'm missing WrestleMania 18, which is an exclusive. I'm missing one of the Worms games. I think I'm good for X-Men titles. You have Zatch Bell, and this one is still sealed, but this is Zatch Bell Momondo Fury. It has a lot of glitches in it, but it's a really more hard to find game that people don't know that much about yet. Zoids, it's a more valuable title. But the controls are kind of poor, but I think it's probably an interesting game. I mean, I played a few levels in it, but I had a hard time with the controls. So I have Animal Crossing with the memory card. I got, what else? This Resident Evil thing. It has Resident Evil 4, 0, and 1. So this was an anniversary collection, which you could only buy, I'll just put that there, only buy at GameStop. I'm still looking for the tin. The Resident Evil 4 tin. And getting to the end there, we've got Sims. So I'm missing Sims 2. These guys, I'd like to get the Black Label variant, but that's okay. I have another copy of Star Fox Assault. The Monkey Ball, so I'm missing the big box Monkey Ball games. Tales of Symphonia, and yeah, that's it. So that's pretty much my GameCube collection. I kind of went through all this stuff. You can get a nice little view of it all here. When I have a complete collection, it's going to be full, so that NES stuff is going to go away, and I'm going to probably build a new shelf, this is my little basement there, on that wall for NES titles, and keep this as a whole GameCube section. I'd really like to make like an arcade cabinet just for GameCube games. Right now I play most of my stuff on this little, I got Mario there, but I like to play on the CRT just because I like the feel of it for the older games. But on the GameCube with the component cables, if I had them, which I don't, but if I did, I would definitely get a better TV. Well, thanks for listening, and until next time, take care.